Need some soccer moves to use in a game? Well, in today's video, we're going over the top 5 intermediate soccer skills to use in a game to beat a defender. What's up, guys? Dave here from SimplySoccer. We're working to improve your game and help you stand out on the pitch. Now, on this channel, we release daily soccer tip, technique, and training videos, all designed to help you do that. So if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button and that bell icon so you don't miss any new videos or live streams that we do. Let's get right into the footage. Okay guys, so this first move I call the leg feint. It's an incredibly useful move when you're about to shoot, or if you just want to fake someone out very, very quickly. I use it all the time, and it's to make it look like you're going to go one way, and then you change your speed up to go the other way. Now you're going to see me shooting in all of these clips, but this is just because I wanted to get some shooting in while doing these. But these moves can be used in more situations than just shooting. With this move, you want the defender to believe you're going to take the ball to your left if you're using your right foot, and then you just quickly change directions and go out the other way. This is personally one of my favorite moves to use before shooting or before crossing. Out of all moves on this list, I recommend this one the most just because it's so useful in many, many different situations. Next move we're covering is the Maradona or roulette skill move. This isn't a move I would necessarily use before shooting. I was just practicing my shooting as well, so I was using it both together because you might as well at that point. But this is a very effective move in many different areas of the park. It is actually more of a difficult move. It's why many players think it's a beginner move or a more basic move. It really isn't, because it's not just the movement you have to get down and the speed, but you also have to time this correctly. You can't just turn into a defender doing this. You have to wait till he reaches in for the ball or his momentum's taking him a different way in order for this to be effective. But it is a move I've used throughout my life and have found that it works quite well if you do all of those things correctly. This is another move that if you get really good at, you will find a lot of use for, even though it may seem like more of an extravagant move. However, I really do believe if you get really good at this, you get good at timing this move, and you can do it quickly, that you can use it in matches very effectively, very often. Next, we're going over to scissors or the double step over, a move I really think is good, especially if you want to cut back in on your stronger foot. So I'll use it to get back onto my right side in order to shoot. Now, not only is speed key with this move, but your second step over is key because you really want to sell it. And there'll be times when I do my first step over a little bit slower than my second in order to really sell the move. This is a move I will usually use before shooting if I need to quickly get that yard of space to cut back onto my strong side and then whip a shot on target. That being said, this move can be useful in many different areas of the pitch, especially in the attacking third. Speed is key with this move, so make sure you're practicing it often, trying to do it faster and faster each time. I recommend before moving on to this move that you get really good at the single step over. Next, we're covering the reverse Elastico or Stanley Matthews, as it's really similar to the Stanley Matthews. I think it's a little bit quicker than the Stanley Matthews, and you'll see as I'm doing it, where the Stanley Matthews is kind of more slower, 2 touches. This one we're doing it a little bit faster.
Now I'm the fool while you're breaking rules.
This is another move I really like to use before shooting, just to create that little opening for myself. I also like to use this one before crossing if I have someone one-on-one and I want to quickly just create that yard of space to whip in across. Now this move, like the Elastico, speed really is key. I usually try and use speed alone to beat someone with this, and I'm hoping that they're going to buy my first touch thinking I'm going in one direction. I'm hoping that will off-balance them, and then I can take it out the other way. So next, this isn't necessarily a skill move, I just call this weaving, where you're going to weave in and out and in and out. And this is just a great way to off-balance players. I'm actually going to make a separate video on this skill because it's so useful. There's a few things you can do with this. You know, it's not just going back and forth. You can do what I do here and do a little step over in there. I call it breaking the rhythm. So you're going back and forth, and then you do a step over to break the rhythm, which will confuse the defender. So this, I really think, is one of the best skills if you have a defender isolated and you're running at him, to just off-balance him and create that space you need to do whatever it is you want to do. This is actually something I learned from watching Ryan Giggs. So, you know, if you watch him, he used this technique all the time on the wing in order to off-balance opponents and to gain space in order to shoot, cross, or continue to dribble. Alright guys, so these are just 5 like intermediate skill moves that you can do. I don't consider them beginner basic moves. I also don't consider them, you know, incredibly difficult complex moves either. But one thing that all of these moves have in common is that they're very effective if you get good at them. Question of the day is, which out of these 5 moves do you use the most, or which of these 5 moves are you planning on practicing and using in your matches? Let me know in the comments below. Alright everyone, thank you for watching. Make sure you share this video with a teammate or a friend, you like it, and you subscribe to Simply Soccer if you enjoyed the content and you want more on a daily basis. I will have 2 videos come across the screen now, so you can continue to watch, and make sure you tune in tomorrow at 5 p.m. for a brand new video. Remember, this is Simply Soccer, where we're helping you to improve your game and stand out on the pitch. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.